With the extra available power, the electric motor at the front axle generates an extra 12 HP for a total of 143, torque holds at 184 lb-ft. At the rear, the turbocharged inline-3 has found an extra 3 HP and no extra torque, but a particulate filter cuts exhaust emissions. The 8 HP electric motor/generator connected by belt to the gasoline engine is unchanged. Total system output climbs to 374 HP from 357. BMW wildly underestimates 0-60 mph at 4.6 seconds. The pre-refresh i8 Coupe we tested did it in 3.8 seconds with less power and only 130 fewer pounds to pull. You won't notice the extra 17 HP from the driver's seat, but you will notice how little the gasoline engine is pressed into service. The old model's lower battery output and top speed meant you'd regularly hear the little i3 kick on to provide extra acceleration and higher speeds. Now, you'll be surprised at how rarely it intrudes. The i8 isn't just quiet cruising through town. It's quiet on the freeway and even on a back road if you are stuck behind a tourist's rental car. The always peak torque is more than enough to zip you around in most situations with a perfectly linear whoosh of power. The most impressive aspect of the i8 continues to be how it blends power when the gasoline engine fires up. You hear it rather than feel it, as despite the two powertrains not being mechanically connected, they work in perfect harmony, and you mostly hear it because BMW employs electronic sound enhancers in the cabin to boost the pleasant growl from the intake. Once engaged, the gasoline engine doesn't change the character of the car. It simply makes it quicker. It's not eye-bulging supercar power, just an appropriate amount for the chassis and tires. It's every bit as quick as it needs to be, so you can use all of it whenever the mood strikes. The real limitation of the handling and braking components, though, remains the tires. BMW has done a commendable job of balancing handling performance and low friction efficiency in its tire choice, but it remains a difficult compromise. Most of the time, you won't notice it. On the day you really want to drive it like a sports car, though, you'll need to be cognizant of the tires, brake a little earlier, and brake in a straight line. Trail braking invites understeer. The tires have a lot of grip in them, but you can and will ask too much of them if you drive it like an M4. When the red mist isn't clouding your mind, you'll find driving quickly in an i8 a special experience. Roof open to let the sun and smells in and gas engine off to hear the world, you feel more connected to the scenery blurring by the windows. It's not just a drive in the hills. It's a drive with the hills. Getting the roof down requires slowing to under 31 miles per hour for all of 15 seconds, with the same time and speed requirements to put it back up. The switch is hidden under the center armrest, and the control for the roll-down rear window is next to the rear view mirror. By default, the rear window stops with an inch still exposed to act as a wind blocker, and it does a pretty good job of it. You can set it wherever you want, roof up or down. BMW has also added self-adjusting louvers to the hood vent to prevent hot air tumbling into the cabin when the roof's open. Usually when we make excuses for a car's impracticality and idiosyncrasies, it's for some charming but flawed British or Italian thing, but this German, with its unmistakable future now looks and wholly unique and involving driving experience, has earned a place in the hall of cars I recommend for people who care more about the journey than the destination. Especially the ones who have $165,000 to spend, a love of technology and/or the environment, and a desire to stand out in the supercar crowd.